everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL. Today we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Seahawks are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Falcons defense that will need to be on its game.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Russell Wilson leading them out there, 6-year quarterback who finished his college ball, of course, as a Wisconsin Badger.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in there. Effort last week. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers, because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 10th season now is Matt Ryan.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 58 yards.
Defending a deep route, even when it's thrown on time, is very difficult. But when he's able to maneuver outside of the pocket, that's almost unfair. He's bought extra time. His offensive line has protected him. And now when the ball's in the air, the guy downfield has a chance to make a better adjustment. That's just wrong on every level as far as the defender is concerned.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now it's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett may have missed 5 games in 2016, but still led his team in tackles for loss with 14.
And how does his pass rush help the secondary? Because I know it does.
Oh, it helps it in a big way because now the quarterback who has a clock in his head, that clock has to accelerate because they always think Michael Bennett is coming. That means you don't have to cover him for very long.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ryan. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Now Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say,
and he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get up! 10-4, 10-4. Ready, 54, south. Right there. Get up! Ready, 25. 20.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Bannon, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 54 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cliff Averill, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points. But boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Rawls. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
I believe Eddie Lacy found a home in Seattle because he heard from them that they like him for who he is, a big, strong, physical back. They won't worry as much about his weight as they will about his production and his ability to break down defenses carrying the ball in tough situations.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that. But also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. What that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. From the gun, it's Ryan. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. He got 29 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel
a big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 63 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
In the red zone this time.